Well, hello there. I'm Détroit. It's weird that I introduce myself before the intro. Usually I roll my logo animation before saying hello, but today it's different, because I wanted that little barbershop quartet style intro first. Anyway, let's get to it. Today I'm drawing in my sketchbook again. I'm using a fountain pen. The cross fountain pen you might have seen me use a lot already, with the cross blacking that goes with it. Cross is the brand, by the way, if you don't know. It's a pen I absolutely love and that is great to draw with. I love drawing in my sketchbook with it. You know, after drawing in the same sketchbook every week or so, I'm quietly and slowly filling it. I don't think you can expect it next week or the one after that for that matters, but I would love to do a sketchbook tool video at some point, to tell you more about each drawing and why they are what they are. Tell me in the comments if you'd like that. You know, drawing is closely related to your mood. Depending on how I'm feeling, the kind of drawing I'm gonna create differs greatly. The type of pattern, even the type of pen I'll use. And today I'm feeling inspired. What I want to create is sort of an evolution chart. You know, the picture of the man evolving from being a type of ape to the Homo sapiens that we are today? Like a dude walking and evolving with each step. So that's basically what I'm doing, but it very quickly takes a turn and goes abstract. That's a great prompt, because I can make it as abstract or detailed as I want. The things I'm evolving in this drawing are lines closeness or density and the shape, mainly. At first I thought about evolving the features on their own, like transform the eye and the hair and the arm, but I quickly made it a mess, and I absolutely don't regret that choice. It's all very loose and I like that. Even the dude in the first step is very simple and not too realistic or anything. Who cares anyway? Not this guy. As I was saying, a sketchbook tool would be nice. There are also some drawings in this book that haven't made it into video format. I hope my employer doesn't listen to this, but I made some drawings at work even. Obviously I couldn't set up a camera and record the process then. That's the thing, there is a difference in how I draw when I'm filming or not, which is why it would be interesting to show you the difference. Like, for video purposes, I tend to be careful with how I draw. The first difference is how I set up my sketchbook. With the tripod I'm using, I can't put the camera all the way above the drawing if it's at different points on my desk. When I'm not filming, I tend to have the paper closer to me, but with the camera I have to put it like a hand's length away from me. That doesn't change much, but it still affects the drawing slightly, I feel. Another big difference between filming and not filming is the orientation of the paper. Depending on the patterns, sometimes I want to rotate the sketchbook quite a lot. Only when I speed up the footage later, having the thing rotate is almost nauseating sometimes when the speed is really high. The way that it influences the drawing is that when filming I almost always have to start on the top left corner of the page. I am right-handed, so if I don't want my hand to screw up my line art, then I need to draw linearly from the top left to the bottom right. It's also the reason that when I start a drawing in the center, it almost always ends up not centered and a bit too much on the right, because I feel the outside more on the right than on the left. Here it's not a problem, because the right has to be more full anyway, since the dude is slowly morphing into an alien. The steps that the guy undertakes to transform are really pleasing to me. The first step, or rather the second evolution after the human form, is a good mix. There is a semblance of shape, and it's obviously humanoid. The face especially. But there are lines that don't really connect. There are also closed shapes too. You will see the start of some patterns here and there, but they are not really finished in a way. It looks half-hearted at best. Now, you go one step further and already there's a big difference. The overall silhouette of the man is already really distorted, but the inside is completely different. Almost all the shapes inside the silhouette are closed. There are fully fledged patterns, like big parts with organized lines, and separated by white lines. So it's not completely abstract, instead it's still legible. The white lines don't make sense, but you could read into it and see an arm there or things like that. And then we get to the last step. And this is the last step just for this drawing. As you can well imagine, The evolution from human to any other alien life form can take as many steps as you can imagine, or even more than that. Who's to say what this can turn into if you give it 3 more steps? Or 5 more steps? 10 more steps? I'm almost scared to imagine it. At step 3, the patterning is overwhelming. Apart from the outside silhouettes, there isn't much information as to what's going on inside. Maybe our human eyes are simply not made for this kind of things. I still wanted the alien to be somewhat legible, which is why I purposefully left an eye and an arm in there. Drawing a blob and only a blob isn't as fun otherwise. That would have needed to be the 4th step, but I ran out of place to draw. To end the drawing, I felt like making a border around the characters, which I then do after realizing that the legs of the characters end closer and closer as I get to the right. So a few lines to rectify that, and then I can make a border with the ruler. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what I think the humans are gonna evolve into in the future. Or in the past. I don't know how the arrow of time works in this situation. If you like this kind of drawing, I have a playlist full of them that will appear near the end of this video. I make this kind of pictures every Thursday, that's also a good reason to subscribe. If you don't want to sit through a whole video each time, go check out my Instagram at d3_sd, all the drawings are there. You can also talk to me on Twitter or Reddit as well at d3. Leave a like and a comment, and that's the full list of things to do. Thanks for listening and watching me draw. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!